All right, everybody. Welcome back for another one. And I'm going to show you what I did with my riot options.
I got options.
But first, I wanted to take a look at the Bitcoin chart, because the Bitcoin chart is the reason why I made a decision on my riot option. All right. So, as I showed you yesterday, if you didn't see my video, it's real simple, right? Grab the bars over here from the pattern in 2019. And what I did for you is lay it over right here, right? You can see it's almost identical. I said I think we're at a local top. And if so, we're going to see something play out like what happened here, right? Not sure we'll have an entire year of consolidation. I just think we might see a top here and then a continuation up. Once again, I could be wrong. I don't care. I just play it how I see it. I have my long-term buy and holds essentially, but I also have stuff I'm going to trade on the side. All right, so my riot options are what I considered something I should probably trade. Okay, so I'm going to show you why. All right, looking at the riot chart, you can see we have a little pullback today because of the pullback in Bitcoin. I think, once again, could be wrong, could just continue up and go straight to 4,000. Who knows, right? Probably not, but we do get a pullback, which would be, more than likely at this point, because, what are we up? More than 3,000% since the bottom in March now. I think Riot is due for a pullback. Could find support around $11. If not, if that doesn't hold, probably somewhere around the $8 range, right? That's the two levels I'll be looking at, somewhere in there. So we'll see what happens, but let's go ahead and take a look at what happened with my riot options. So, a short story, right? February 29th, 2020. I deposited $680 and $60. All right, I'm not looking at the $60 position. All right, with the $680, I went ahead and I bought $5 calls. All right, I've been holding on to them up to this point. The other $2 calls I bought, I already sold a while back just to have some cash on the side. As you can see here, I decided to close my position. I sold my $5 calls today. I did two separate orders of 10. Both of them filled at $14,000. So I made roughly $28,000 off of $680. All right, easy trade. At this point, I was just thinking I'm up too high. I should probably capture some of these gains. All right, there's just so many other options coming in the crypto space. There's no point in continuing to hold this. All right, so if you plug in the numbers, use this return on investment calculator, $680 to 28,000, February 29th to January 4th. It's about 0.85 years in length, 4,000% returns on annualized ROI of close to 8,000%. So I just wanted to capture that, right? So from here, right, even if Riot got all the way up to like $170, that would be roughly another 10x, so 1,000%. I think I can get 1,000% in a lot other places in crypto specifically without as much risk, right? So I'm going to move this money over into some cryptos that haven't moved at all yet. I think that's what I'm thinking. I haven't done anything with it yet. I'm just withdrawing the funds. Obviously, talking about Robinhood and everything, I'm not going to leave myself completely exposed on the platform right there. But I just wanted to show you guys this, not to brag, but so that you can see it is possible to make money off of hardly anything, right? Essentially 680, but you just have to have some patience. It's not about quick flips in and out. It's about doing your homework, understanding where the most explosive returns can come from, and then trying to capitalize on it. All right, so that's exactly what I did. As I mentioned before, I did want to hold these to exercise, but honestly, I wanted to do it just for fun, right? I was thinking, I could run this thing all the way up to 10,000, 30,000, 50,000% holding on to these riot options, but in the end, there's just more opportunity elsewhere, and just doing it out of spite or entertainment isn't a good investment strategy. So I closed them out. I'm going to move the money around. Just for those of you that want to know, though, I'm not completely out of Riot. Basically, all the contracts I had would accounted for me being able to buy 2,000 shares of Riot, but I already have 2,000 shares of Riot in my IRA that I'm going to continue to hold forever because it's an IRA. So what? Right? I can't get access to that money until I'm 59 and a half without penalty. So I'm just going to leave it in there and let those things ride. My cost basis on them is basically nothing for it's going. So we'll see what happens. All right. Just wanted to show you guys that. Also have a few good news pieces I want to cover really quick, and I'll wrap things up. So first and foremost, Icon Loop secures government backing to test blockchain driver's license project. Icon Loop has secured approval from South Korea's Ministry of Science and ICT to test its decentralized identity, or DID, technology system to manage driver's license data in the country. The planned test is another government-backed use case for Icon Loop's blockchain-based DID technology system in South Korea. In August 2020, it was revealed that Jeju Island administrators were using DID for contact tracing as part of the measures to combat the spread of the beer flu. All right, so I wanted to talk about this one. So as I mentioned, I had some funds now in the sideline. I will start looking to trickle down in the projects that have not blown up yet. Icon Loop is one of them. I mean, they are probably the most prominent blockchain platform in South Korea. They've traded as high as $12. Right now they're about 50 cents. So I see some massive potential there. So I will definitely consider moving over into projects like this, all right? Because when you're getting this government backing, showing the legitimacy of the project, and South Korea is going to be massive for crypto, so it's kind of a no-brainer to me to start looking for projects like this, all right? Another one, IRS to transition from education to enforcement, says former division chief. A former top investigator is warning that the IRS might be shifting crypto tax payment enforcement into high gear. All right, so if you guys think you're going to evade taxes, you might want to reconsider that. Obviously, I'm putting myself out here on YouTube, so making myself a target. But hey, I definitely intend to file my taxes properly, but I will also most likely meet with a tax professional to help me do so, because it's not easy with this crypto stuff, at least in the US. All right. Representative Soto seeks to create office to coordinate federal use of blockchain tech. Representative Darren Soto, a Democrat representing Florida's 9th District. The bill would establish an office within the Department of Commerce to coordinate all non-defense related deployment and activities related to blockchain technology within the federal government. So just wanted to mention this one, the taxes, Icon, because all of them are connected, right? They're all government mentions. Government with Icon, IRS coming after you, so make sure you pay your taxes. And, these representatives trying to deploy blockchain tech for federal use, it just shows the legitimacy, right? You're moving into the stage from crypto being a toy or a speculative investment for children, essentially, playing around, thinking that they're, experts in investing and so on, to, okay, now we're going to lay out the regulations. You're going to fall in line. This is a real new asset class, but it's going to have guidelines that it has to abide by, just like all of them, right? And if you understood the traditional financial world, you got to know that trying to move around the regulations is not going to work out, especially in finance, all right? Had someone blasting my Next video saying that Next is garbage and this and that. Well, I don't have any use for negative comments like that on my channel. If you don't like Next, that's fine. But, the project itself has massive potential, okay? So just because the price hasn't moved up doesn't mean it's a dead project, right? The exchange has continued to gain in volume, and it will over time. these things just take time. When you are being compliant with government agencies, you can't list your token on every exchange and trade it in every state and expect nothing to happen, right? And they are trying to be compliant because they don't want to later on get hit with all these fines and have their project stepped on, like 99% of these other ones are going to see happen, okay? So if you are holding something that is just trading and doing whatever the hell it wants all over all these exchanges, chances are that's one of the 99% that's not going to make it, all right? Look for the ones that are compliant, because those are the ones that are going to win in the end, all right? Lastly, Ukraine government picks Stellar Development Foundation to help build national digital currency. All right, I'm not going to read the article. You get it, right? So the Ukraine government is picking Stellar to build their CBDC. Well, where else have we seen this? Oh, Euro stablecoin launched on Stellar by one of Europe's oldest banks. And also, USDC set to land on Stellar in 2021. Well, here we are. So, Ukraine, Euro, the USDC, which I think is US CBDC, they're all here. They're all on Stellar, all right? And as I told you, coming pretty clear, right? Stellar will be the platform for retail stablecoins, essentially. That's what I think. Do I think that means that XRP has no use case? Absolutely not. I think that there are two different blockchains on purpose. Stellar will be the one to run the stablecoins, and the XRP ledger will be used to transfer assets, essentially. So the way it works right now is there's this company called the DTCC. They have ACAT transfers and so on, and that's essentially the platform that moves stocks behind the scenes, or commodities or whatever. You know, they process the transactions, the settlement of assets, all right? So you don't need one platform processing everything, or else the network might get congested, right? I.e. Ethereum and Bitcoin. I think we have clarity here on what's actually going on. So yes, I think Stellar is going to be the platform to run the stable coins for everyone to use. And I think that the XRP ledger is going to essentially be the settlement layer for all assets behind the scenes as well. Kind of replace the DTCC, but on a global scale. That's just my personal opinion. Once again, could be wrong, but that's how I see things developing. And you don't get these governments just building on top of Stellar for no reason. I think the writing is on the wall, right? We are moving into the phase of crypto where it is now legitimate, all right? Hope that was informative. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
What is a cashless society? What does it actually mean in a literal or high-level sense?
Money will become like these, relics of a different age, and will only be found in places like this. In other words, hard cash will disappear. It will become electronic, transferred by things like these.
Then Tracy is in Beijing to show us what a nearly cashless society actually looks like. Ben, good morning.
Mobile payment transactions in China reached a cumulative total of 277.4 trillion RMB in 2018, ranking #1 in the world, according to the recently released statistical report on internet development in China. As of June 2019, online payment users in the country reached 633 million. The cashless society is now approaching.
When's the last time you paid with cash? Well, chances are cash has taken a backseat to the plastic in your wallet and smartphone pay apps.
Denver 7's Ryan Luby explains the digital pay revolution and why not everyone is on board.
The cashless society, the cashless society.
The cashless society.
The cashless society is now approaching.
The cashless society.